Here's the plan for today. We are currently in Bayeux. This is a map that represents 1944 Normandy. So all the major roads that are now built are not on there. It's a good old-fashioned map. You can get one on Amazon. Now then, we're in Bayeux. We're going to be heading firstly to the farm where Don first spent his night in Normandy, then heading due south to Caumont. Now the Americans liberated Caumont on just the 13th of June, and I've got state-of-the-art technology showing the Americans arriving on the 13th of June. The bad guys, the Germans, don't ask me where I got these graphics from. The Germans have left town, but they are on this kind of Saint-Lô-Caumont. There's a direct line here where the Germans are holding out. Stockpiling, the British, the Commonwealth forces, sorry about the flag, it's shocking. They are pushing south now. So Don comes over on the 20th, 21st of July. The Coldstream Guards are in place, they're ready to go. They head south to Caumont. That's where we're going to join them today to try and push the Germans out of Normandy. Ready. I'm at the very farm that they spent their first week in Normandy. The Coldstream Guards, they were based right here. This field would have been absolutely ram-packed full of tanks, and behind me I suspect that's where the officers were sleeping. The lads would have been under a bit of tarp in the field. It's already 24 degrees, it's 9 AM. I suspect sleeping in the field wasn't too bad. Now then, they pushed on south from here down to a small town called Caumont, and that's exactly where I'm heading. But the regimental war diaries for the Coldstream Guards pinpoints this exact location as where they spent their first week. And indeed it says within 24 hours they had a ready full supply of camembert cheese, and I'm very sure they would have been tucking into that. So yeah, this is the very field where they spent their first week. These are the woods at Lutin. Again, lots of casualties here. Captain George Grey, he was the youngest member of the House of Commons pre-war. He was killed here by a sniper. So the commanding officer of the tank usually has his head above the parapet, above the opening hatches of the tank in the turret, and they were fodder for snipers. They were everywhere in these woods. These woods were eventually taken when they brought in the crocodiles. Now those were the flame-throwing Churchill tanks that we spoke about. There was prisoners taken here, mostly Poles and Russians, although there were two apparent Japanese, is what it says in the logbooks of the regiment, whatever that means. We're entering Septvent, 8:30 in the morning. The Coldstream Guards would have been entering here. It was misty, cloudy, overcast. They had zero ability to call in any airstrikes. They lost 5 tanks in this village, mostly on landmines placed, anti-tank mines placed to take them out. Route Paris, Deviation. Gonna have to add an extra couple of Ks to get to Caumont.